Hi guys, it's us, Nick and Lee, PIGEON-HAWK, Manna Palace.
Manna Palace.
I like to, I call it Manna, she calls it Palace, so maybe it's Manna Palace. PIGEON-HAWK, Manna Palace.
I feel like Manna is way too fancy for this
formal
place.
For us. Yeah, all right. So
yeah,
Palace isn't. I mean,
true.
Anyway,
yeah,
PIGEON-HAWK
you know,
Place.
like House of Queens.
I'm gonna bring it down to PIGEON-HAWK Place, and today we are making
a buckwheat and quinoa loaf.
Woo!
Well, I should say a sprouted buckwheat and quinoa loaf.
Sounds rather healthy.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds healthier than cocktails and things that we often make.
Yes, true. It's completely gluten-free. It is vegan, so no egg, any other animal products in there. It is high in protein, high in fiber, packed full of nutrients and vitamins.
So tell us how it is done.
Okay, so we're going to use very few ingredients with this one. The first one is the buckwheat. Now, buckwheat, contrary to the name and popular belief, is not a grain, nor is it wheat at all. Okay, so it is a gluten-free product. Okay, it is actually a seed, as is quinoa. They're both packed full of protein, packed full of fiber and nutrients. And we are also going to be using some flaxseed. Now, the flaxseed or linseed, they're both exactly the same thing. It's also a highly nutritious product, packed full of omegas, but we're going to use it instead of, let's say, the egg that binds the products together. We're going to sprout these seeds. Now, the reason that we're sprouting them is actually to improve digestibility. Okay, so when we're sprouting, we're pretty much germinating. So it stops being a dormant seed or grain, becomes more vegetable matter.
Right.
So it increases the bioavailability of nutrients and just aids in digestion.
So is that the same as activating?
Pretty much,
okay.
Yeah. So activating is a very, very similar process when you hear of activated nuts and seeds and everything. So we're going to be using 3 seeds, a little bit of salt and pepper, some spices if you wish. We're going to play around with spices. You can omit them completely. Okay, we just like spices in a lot of things. We're going to be using paprika and coriander seed. You will need a small loaf tin. Okay, nothing too big. It is quite dense, very filling. You don't need a lot of this. Some baking paper and an oven set to 175 degrees Celsius. So the first thing we're going to do is rinse our seeds. You want to rinse them quite well.
Okay.
Soak them in filtered water.
Great.
Okay, we don't want to use tap water in this because we do want the sprouting to happen. So we don't want any of the chemicals inside tap water to sort of inhibit their sprouting capabilities.
Cool.
All right, so here's some we prepared yesterday because we are going to soak them overnight, or at least 12 hours, but we want to do it, I say overnight. Okay. If you just want to rinse them out, refill it with filtered water, you can leave them soaking 2 to 3 days. So what we're going to do is we're going to rinse our seeds quite well, okay? And then we're going to just pop them in a high-powered food processor. So either a Thermomix, Vitamix, you can use a NutriBullet. And then we're going to pop in about a teaspoon of each of salt and pepper and whatever spices you choose. So pop our spices in as well and grind them up. So let's give them a whirl.
Let's get grinding.
Let's get grinding. Woo! Okay, so the consistency that we've got, our buckwheat has broken down completely. We've still got our linseed and some of our quinoa whole in there, so they create a beautiful nutty texture. So we're going to pour it all into our loaf tin lined with baking paper. All right, so we've got all of our product into a baking paper lined loaf tin. And your favorite.
Is this a job for me? Woo! Woo!
Sesame seeds. Now I didn't add that in the ingredients list before, but Nicole seems to have a love affair with them.
I have a love affair with you. But yes, I love I love sesame seeds. Welcome to Nicole's cooking show. This is how you sprinkle sesame seeds on a loaf. Just nice and gently. Let them go in pretty heavy-handedly. As many as you would like. I like a lot. That's a lot.
Clearly.
And that is how it is done.
Give it a whack to settle them into the dough.
And that's how that is done.
Nailed it.
I'm a real cook now.
All right, so let's pop our loaf into the oven, 175 degrees. It's going to go in for a whopping 3 hours.
Oh my God, I can't wait that long, I'm starving.
In the meantime, we're going to be making a pumpkin and ginger soup. We'll also make a couple of cocktails.
Woo woo!
All right, let's get this in the oven. Get
Let's
it cooking.
do it.
Okay, so the bread is ready. It's sliced. It is warm. It's crusty. It is amazing just by itself. We use this vegan, organic, spreadable butter.
We do.
And without it sounding cliche, I can't believe it's not butter.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the nut butters, but this,
Yeah, it's good.
really good stuff. So, bit of slathering. We've made ourselves some pumpkin and ginger soup. That's hot, ready to go.
I'm going to be a little bit bad and say that I like a little bit of extra salt on my bread after the butter. But that's up to you because I know we use Himalayan salt. Salt's good for the body.
We do like salt with everything. It's great with smashed avocado, bit of cayenne pepper on it, squeeze of lemon juice, really tasty, or just your favorite nut butter. I can't get enough of this. And
it is great with this pumpkin soup. So,
shall
we eat?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.